senior year, I'm pretty much just in there to clamp up, get into the offense, make a couple floaters.
Okay.
No looks, and I'm jumping around. But outside, once I graduated, that's when I started to get better, and I tried out for a couple of D2s and had those offers. But at that point, again, like I'm not thinking NBA, I'm thinking school. You know what I'm saying? I had great grades, so I was thinking, okay, let me just get this scholarship, go to the U of A.
So what was your aspirations like academically? Is there like a position that you were looking for? Is there a company you was thinking about looking for, or just an overall field you were interested in? What were you studying?
Man, at the time, it was engineering, bro.
Oh, that's tough.
It was, bro, but keeping it a stack, it was more my mom's dream than mine.
Okay.
She kind of put that out and was like, hey, I think this would be good for you because I really enjoyed math at the time, like calculus and all that. Like I was pretty straight at it. So I was like, okay, maybe, you know what I'm saying, this is a play. I knew at that time that was going to be good, financially for the family. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and, just get out and just try to make this happen. 4 quick years, I'm going to just study, come back, you know what I'm saying, have a little bread, get everybody out.
At what point did you like pick up a camera or bump into a person who picked up a camera? Like when did that start?
Shit, when I met Trey.
Okay.
Low key.
It sound like there's not a point up until college where like that even came into the play.
Yeah. We had the same scholarship. He's a year older, so he was already there. I did the I kind of did the the little orientation joint where you go and you kind of see if you like the school and if you're gonna get the scholarship or not. And I ran into him there initially. And you know what I'm saying? I saw his kicks, and I was like, yo, them fly. Because, I've always collected kicks.
Do you remember what he had on?
He had on the LeBron 7, the Phoenix Suns joints. Yep.
Word.
Yep. Promise.
You remember that from?
Promise, bro. Yeah. So I was like, damn, them hard. You feel me? Like, well, you know what I'm saying? So I'm picking the shoe game, and I just went up to him and was like, bro, like, your kicks fly. Because I had on some fly kicks, too. I think I had on the Jordan 13s, the playoffs at the time. He was like, oh, appreciate it. And we kind of stayed connected. But I had to go back to school because, again, I'm a senior. He's a freshman at that time. But then I ended up getting the scholarship, came back. We already had that little connection, started hooping. And that's when we were like, yo, man, let's just keep hooping. You feel me? Let's just see what we do. We like shoes. Let's just hoop. And, it just kind of began from there.
Before we go on, so you say you were already collecting shoes. Like, where did that fascination come from? Like, what was the obsession that came with that?
Man, there were just a lot of people around me who just had a lot of dope kicks. Okay. So my thing was like, okay, what can I do to stand out in a way that still shows my personality? Yeah. And shoes was that for me. Okay. You feel me? So like, we didn't have the most, but like I could get some Forces. It started off with Forces. I get a pair of not off-whites, that's wild. A pair of all-white Forces, switch the laces, or you know what I'm saying, just picking up like cheap kicks, bro, or affordable kicks. I'll say that. Then I just started kind of collecting from there. Yeah. Started working a little bit, saved up some bread, would buy some more kicks. Okay. And before you know it, I just kind of had a little collection. Okay. For sure.
Okay, so now you discover like, okay, you meet Trey, y'all hooping together.
Yep.
Do you guys like start recording your sessions hooping? Talk to me about like how Kick Genius even begins. Like, how did you guys come up with that idea?
Yeah, so he was already recording with Dre. They were doing like a hip hop thing at the time.
Oh, word?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They had Hip Hop Culture TV. If he's watching this or Dre's watching, they're gonna be pissed. But they don't like to talk about them days. But they had Hip Hop Culture TV. Me, honestly, I was not a camera guy though. Like it was all like, no, I just want to get a bucket. Like I don't bring no cameras out. I don't want to talk to people. I'm just trying to get to it. Cameras made me nervous back then, bro. So I was just like, I'm a little uncomfortable with all that. You feel me? So
how did they approach you with it, or did you approach them with like your own curiosity? Like where y'all going? Like what? I'd be curious if I bumped into a person and I'm hooping with him, I fuck with him. And then, like next day I see him, he's recording himself with a camera playing basketball or something.
Talking about the Wale album that just came out.
That's what he was on for sure.
Wale.
Yeah, that's his favorite rapper.
That new Ace Hood. Oh, dead ass.
Oh,
word.
You know what's so crazy?
Did you know that, or did you just say random artist?
The reason why I said that because, ironically enough, when I first started, I also started with a hip hop channel.
Yeah.
And it was called Big Blue, and I don't think it was that. I don't think it was y'all. But I made a video basically reacting to like Wale signing to MMG.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would he do that? Like, because he just got released from Rock Nation. I was like, why would he do that? And then somebody shouted me out that same video, and they're like, oh yeah, he's right. Like, why did he? And I was like, man, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And now you said that, it sounds hella familiar, but I don't think.
I'm gonna have to run that by him.
That
It could have been.
crazy as hell.
Yeah, no, they were on that for sure, bro. It could have been. Honestly, I'm gonna ask him.
What were your thoughts on that? Because at the time, it was, I won't say more taboo to be like recording yourself making videos online. It wasn't as normalized as it is now.
Facts.
Did you find it weird or like?
I found it weird personally.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. At the time, yeah.
Did you take an interest in it, or did they kind of like onboard you as like you got to know them a little bit more?
It's a combination, honestly. I was just around them so much. Like I saw them kind of doing that, but they were kind of off and on with it. But Trey and I were playing ball so much that we were just kind of like, okay, maybe we should just start doing something on this side of YouTube.
And what was the motivation behind that? Like, why? Just because y'all were bored? Just
Trying to
because
get that bread up,
creativity? Y'all trying to
get
make money?
Not even that. We were y'all got me reminiscing. It was crazy because like niggas always wanted hoop mixtapes. That's really what it stemmed from.
I remember those.
If you had a hoop mixtape like throughout high school, bro, like
wait, just regular people made hoop mixtapes?
No.
Somebody had to like.
Yeah, that's what I'm
hoop
thinking.
mixtape,
Yeah.
the brand at the time was kind of like how Ball is Life is now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? So if
okay.
you got one, they were going to schools recording. So niggas wanted like hoop mixtapes. Like you had to like if you can chop up something to a dope song, YouTube wasn't tripping on how you put it out. You can throw some Kanye on there, get to it. So we were just kind of trying to, you know, have some type of fun with what we were doing. And like that type of style, that hoop mixtape type of style, chopping people up on the court.
You make your own version of those?
Yep. That's pretty much what that was, bro.
And what was the reception to that? Did nobody see it? Did people see it and fuck with it? Was it like a cold reception?
No, it started to pick up. At first, nothing too crazy at all. But because we put so much emphasis on the shoes, that was kind of like a new lane at the time.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like we
Okay.
would go through, kind of just showcase our skill set, put a lot of emphasis on the shoes, and then kind of talk about the shoe. And people would be like, okay, now this is not only entertaining, this is not only like cool to watch, but it's informative.
Was that done intentionally? Like the focus on the shoes?
Yeah. Yep.
And was that because you guys wanted to go in that direction?
Well, we kind of just wanted to start reviewing shoes, but performance kicks at the time wasn't really like the go-to. Like we just had so many Jordans and LeBrons and other stuff that we were just kind of just having fun with what we had until, you know what I'm saying, we just kind of realized that it would be smarter to kind of talk about more relevant shoes at the time. So if the Kobe 8 dropped, we were like, okay, we need to be on that.
Were you guys going by Kick Genius at this time? Or was it? Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys formally start Kick Genius.
Yep.
That's exciting.
Yeah. We just came up with the name. It was like we were at Chili's. We were talking.
Your memory's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I
All
think
the
about this.
details.
We were legit at Chili's. We were talking, tossing out names, and yep, that's the one we went with.
But who came up with it though?
Low key, I think Dre though.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, if I'm wrong, he gonna be hot. But I'm pretty sure Dre had a big influence at the time in that.
Okay, so now you're doing these videos.
What was the first video that blew up?
Oh, that's a good question.
That blew up, bro.
And blew up is just like relative. Like if it was
Yeah.
your first video that hits
Like a video
50,000.
that hit and you were like, man, this could actually really work out.
That's a tough one, bro. Man, I always go back to the Summer Serious like videos. I feel like that's what kind of like was like, okay, yeah, these boys, you know, they for real. If I had to go performance test, probably maybe the Bread 11. Maybe, bro. Maybe. The Kobe 8 wasn't bad, but that was a solo performance test. I think Trey did one before that. I'm drawing a blank right now, but I think he had one that went, and we were like, yo, 2,000 views, and we out here. We were in class like, yeah, it's about that time.
Is y'all refreshing? Like
Kobe
daily?
eights.
Like, ooh, 40 more views? Ooh.
Man, I think, y'all remember Soul Collector?
Yeah.
Man, they made an article. We was in like the calf, like the bruff, like, bro, you see that article? We top 10, like they made like top 10 sneaker, like,
Oh, that's tough.
yeah, we were like number 10. Like we were like the last ones on the
Okay,
list.
so coming up.
You feel me? So we were like, nah, we might be on to something.
A nigga in math class saying, "Nigga, we out of here as soon as this shit hits 5K."
5K.
I'm walking out on this teacher as soon as that shit.
But that's
hit 5K.
exciting though. Like your first like big video. I think that's how TikTok gets people hooked. Is they give them like a lot of push off the rip, and then people are like, oh, hold on, this content creator thing might be for me because like TikTok's pushing the shit.
Exactly.
And then now people is hooked onto like creating content because they like the reaction of people enjoying their content or people viewing their content in general is like dope. So that's your first like taste of people viewing your stuff. Were you?
Word.
So like when you was buying shoes and back, were you working in college or they give you a stipend?
No, I had a scholarship. I had some money saved from working, but I was just pretty much buying shoes out of my own bread. Like I didn't get a stipend or anything. I did have a full ride at the time.
I used to wonder cause like y'all get a lot of shoes.
Yeah. That started to change later on.
I'm looking like this
I'm
nigga's trying to
judging
get
his
you out of here,
motivations
nigga.
for asking that.
That nigga's trying to get you
Y'all
out
got
of
any
here.
extras?
At the time, man, them times have changed so much, bro. At the time, the brands were like super willing to kind of give us product. Obviously,
Not like that anymore.
They don't do that no more.
What changed?
No.
I remember I used to
Snipe said
watch and they used to get
Snipe
sent
said
stuff.
that. Snipe said that. Yeah, they don't give out.
They don't give out shoes
Too
no
many
more.
like
Word.
too many people in there now.
Yeah. And then on top
guess,
of that,
yeah.
you know, we're not really just testing either. And so many people are kind of like, that lane is really cluttered now, bro. Super cluttered.
So
So,
would y'all say you guys were pioneers when it came to that right there?
well, I can't say that, but you can.
Okay, you guys were pioneers when it came to that
Yeah,
right
y'all
there.
Thank you, Adrian.
No, yeah.
Pioneers, innovators, whatever you want to call
Nobody's
it.
really doing it. Like you'll watch them, you'll watch the shoe, somebody review the shoe, and then you'll watch them test the shoe to see if it was good, the squeak test or the dust.
Yeah.
all that
Okay.
shit.
Y'all niggas
Good
innovators.
job.
Y'all niggas
Yeah,
pioneers. Don't worry about it, nigga. I'll say it.
It was all right at the time.
What was
man.
that like? Because I mean, that's a group channel, really. So it's like a bunch of different people contributing to the success of that channel.
Yep.
Me and Lo have a couple of group channels, and of course A&P. So I know like it can be challenging sometimes because not
Very
everyone's always
challenging.
on the same. Stop.
Very, very challenging.
Our challenge-
Hey, John,
Oh,
ain't
man.
that right? Isn't it very challenging?
He don't
Yeah.
answer the phone.
Yeah, nigga,
At all.
very
Damn, you Hollywood agent?
No, not at all. They just spam me, dog.
Nah, nigga just- Ain't nobody spam me, nigga. I'll just call.